Hello, Limitless ones. We are doing something different this week. I am not in a place where I felt comfortable filming a video because I'll be honest with you, I have been fighting off some kind of lurgy and in the midst of getting ready to go on holiday as well. So, not in the best shape here, but still wanting to show up for you. And there are so many ways to show up, and I want to show you how easy and simple it can be. So, that's why I'm doing this as a voice recording. It can still go out on YouTube. It doesn't matter. I'm still showing up for you, and I want to inspire you to do the same. But this week, I want to talk about something a little bit different, but something that I think that you are going to benefit from as well. So put your phone down for a second, still listen to me, but put your phone down for a second, which I know is a bit rich given that what we're about to talk about. But stay with me because I promise you'll want to pick it back up again in about 90 seconds and actually do something with it. So right now, everybody in the marketing world are losing their minds over an Instagram algorithm update. You've probably seen everybody panicking on the gram. Reach is down by about 30% and nothing's working anymore. The algorithm hates me personally, all of that. You'll have seen people posting about it. But what I want you to understand is the update isn't punishing you. It's the first time in years that the algorithm has actually agreed with what I've been telling you for the last 18 months. So, no, we're not going to do a here's 5 hacks to beat the algorithm episode. That's not what this is about. We're going to do the opposite of that because the minute that you start optimizing for a machine, you've already lost the thing that made you visible in the first place. So, what's actually happening? Because I want you to know the facts so you can work from those and you're not coming from a place of fear. At the end of last year, Instagram's head, Adam Mosseri, and if you don't know who he is, you can go on Instagram and search for him. He goes live every Friday. He doesn't go live, that's a lie. He answers people's questions on his stories every Friday. So he's quite open and honest about what is happening and what is working on Instagram. But at the beginning of this year, he put out a message that set the tone for the whole year. And that was that, sorry, I'm just getting my breath. AI can now produce polished, perfect content in seconds. And you'll see it, and it is so easy to do. But that also means that polished and perfect posts are soon becoming worthless. When everybody is generating these flawless carousels in 30 seconds flat, flawless stops being impressive and it just becomes like wallpaper. You're not paying attention to it. What stands out now is actually the opposite. It's raw, human, recognizably, unmistakably you. I'll link to the full piece in the show notes that Adam Mosseri put out earlier this year so you can read his actual words rather than taking mine for granted. But that's the headline that you need to know. Instagram is now actively exploring how to label AI-generated content and verify what's real because they know trust is shifting from, does this look good? Or did they actually just make this with AI? Who actually made this? So think about that for a second. The platform is admitting that its own users don't trust polished content anymore. And here's something else that you might have missed. If you've spent the last 2 years watching other people telling you to post more, post generic, post whatever performs, Instagram has also rolled out something called Your Algorithm this year. Have you seen it? Basically, users can now go into their settings and actively tell Instagram what topics they want to see more of and which ones to filter out entirely. I know I've done mine. So when people are moaning about their feeds, you can curate your feeds. Now, if you're curating your feed, other people are curating their feed, which means you may or may not show up, which is probably where this 30% drop in reach has come from. So what is actually driving reach right now? Because this is where, for me, it gets interesting. And I hope for those of you who are running established, slightly older businesses that you find this interesting too. It's called sends per reach. And that's the industry term for people who are sharing your content via DMs, via direct messages. According to reporting pulled together from Instagram's own leadership statements, DM shares are now worth 3 to 5 times more than a like when it comes to getting your content in front of new people. Again, I'm going to link the source so you can check the figure out for yourself rather than take it on my word. 3 to 5 times. That's sends per reach. It used to be likes. Do you remember where you could just heart something and that's now like pocket change. The currency on Instagram is sends per reach. And original content actually made for Instagram rather than reposted or recycled from somewhere else, is getting up to 3 times more distribution than anything cross-posted or recut from another platform. Again, I'm going to link this below. So think about what that actually means for you. How you show up. It means the polished, evergreen, safe content you might have been leaning into isn't just underperforming, it's actively being deprioritized by Instagram. So here's the bit that actually really matters, because none of this is really truly about Instagram. You didn't start your business to become a content strategist. You started it because you had something worth saying and a way of helping people that nobody else quite does in the way that you do. Somewhere along the lines, over the years, a lot of very well-meaning advisors convinced established, brilliant women that visibility meant showing up more, posting daily, and following a formula. I once heard somebody say, what works for them doesn't work for you because it's like you're putting on their pants. Their pants don't fit you. Their blueprint isn't your blueprint. You have to create your own blueprint. And I've watched so many of these brilliant women start sounding like everybody else. And it's not because you've lost your voice, it's because you're told that your actual voice wasn't part of your marketing strategy. And it turns out it was a strategy all along. And the algorithm is now proving that. And this is where I've got to be honest with you, because it's my job to be. And those who know me know that I am straight to the point, even when it's inconvenient. If your content currently reads like it could have come from any coach or any consultant, any visionary founder in your niche, it's not Instagram that's causing a problem for your reach. It's a positioning problem. And it doesn't matter how many algorithm updates there'll be, it's not going to fix it. So, quick serve, because I don't want this to feel like a lecture for you. I genuinely believe that the universe has impeccable timing. So there's something almost poetic about the fact that at the exact moment AI made it possible to sound like everybody else instantly and for free, the platforms and the audiences both decided that's precisely what they don't want anymore. You can call that coincidence if you like. I call it the collective waking up. Either way, it's working in your favor right now, and I don't think you should waste it being precious about whether you sound professional enough. Professional isn't the vibe anymore. Recognizable is. So what do you do with this? So I like to get practical because I am a Virgo after all, and I know some of you are waiting for the strategy bit. The first thing is stop asking what's trending and start asking for your own business, what's true for you that nobody else in your space is saying out loud. That's your sendable content. That's the stuff that will get shared. It's not the polished carousel. The bit where you say your thing that your clients are thinking about, but they haven't said. The second thing, Instagram is now reading your captions on your screen, the text that goes on your screen, and the actual audio to work out what your content is about. So hashtags aren't even a thing anymore. Mosseri has said that. Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, has said hashtags just don't do anything anymore. You can use them, but they're not going to make you discoverable, which means the days of 5 generic hashtags doing the heavy lifting are properly over. Say what you mean clearly in your words and let the platform understand you the way a person would. And number 3, this is the one that I want you to actually sit with, and rather than just kind of go, yeah, Claire, yeah. And I'm going to say it loud for you. Pick your lane and stay in it. Not because it's a marketing tactic, but because Instagram's own your algorithm feature that I mentioned earlier means that your audience can now actively opt out of you if you're not clearly, consistently saying who you are. So remember, Instagram is looking at your captions, your on-screen text, it's listening to your audio, looking at everything that you're creating. And if that's not consistently saying who you are, if it's vague, that's not going to happen. And your audience can actively opt out of you if you're not clearly and consistently saying who you are. The vague, brilliant, everything to everyone content used to slide through on the algorithm's guesswork. And remember, people used to hide. It was part of the strategy. You would hide a hashtag on a video to help it get discovered. That is not happening anymore. You can't hide anymore. People are choosing on purpose whether they want more of you or less. I want you to remember that you have built something real. You've got years of expertise and a way of seeing your industry in a way that nobody else quite does. And you've probably got a slightly rebellious streak that's been somebody has told you to tone it down for the sake of the algorithm. And I'm telling you to untone it, to stand in your power as the raw, unpolished version of you. Because right now, that's what people are looking for. They are looking for the truth. They are looking for versions of you that aren't written by AI. They're looking for the truth. And that's always going to be your unfair advantage in this space. If I could give you one challenge for the week ahead, it's going to be say the thing. Post the version of you that makes you slightly nervous to hit post. Because usually it's those posts that outperform everything else. Now, if you want a hand in actually getting that voice down on the page instead of just in your head, that's exactly what Limitless Script was built for. The link's in the description. It might just help you get on your way. Now, remember, do your part, leave a heart, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.